Hello, everybody. We're
Happy
back.
birthday, Dad!
Happy birthday.
I was born. I'm now halfway to 50 years old.
I always forget that I'm older than you.
Yeah.
You are so old.
Part of it was all like, I was thinking about that, and I'm like, should I be sad about that, or is that, like, kind of exciting? Because, I hope to live until 50. I don't know why
Don't
I
we
wouldn't.
all?
But it's like...
Yeah, I can't think of a reason.
But it's like the entirety of my human experience on this earth is only half of that. And I'm like, there's still a lot left for me.
That's a lovely, optimistic way to think of it.
And that's only a percentage. Yeah, I mean, what else am I supposed to be like? Oh no, I'm crumbling. My bones are becoming dust as we speak.
Well, I'll tell you this much. You're going to start getting at that age where you're going to start forgetting about your age. Like, I legit thought for like 2 weeks that I was 28, and then my brother reminded me I was 27. I was like, oh. Oop. Okay.
Well, I forget about everyone else's age, so.
Well, now you and I are the same age.
Yeah. Woo! So,
Woo!
for my birthday, I just want to hang out with my buddies, my pals, my friendarinos.
Hell yeah.
And we gotta solve some mysteries, gosh dang it.
Oh, do we want to share our latest thing that we've decided in real life appearance?
Oh, yeah, sure.
If you want to, you can go for it.
How about you talk about it and I open the game?
Okay, so, because we do some occasional in real life appearances, we are currently working on going to a con. We are planning to be at Fan Expo in Philadelphia, in the next couple of months. And I am going to, we are all going to subject Eric Vale, who, for those who don't know at home, Eric Vale voices Phoenix Wright in the anime. We are going to subject him to our, I don't know what. I didn't think about how to finish the joke.
We're gonna torture him.
Yeah. Anyway, we're all going to be cosplaying a character that Eric Vale voices. I will be going as Phoenix. You all can share who you're gonna be.
I'm not fully cosplaying, but I'm gonna try and, like, get my hands on, like, a Trunks jacket, because I love me some Trunks.
And I'm planning to go as Sanji.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric Vale squad.
Yeah, woo!
Woo!
So yeah, if you're gonna be there, maybe you'll see us. Maybe you won't.
If you're in the area, if you go to the area for conventions.
Yeah. But today, let's freaking get into this.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, we got a new scary title screen. The dog.
What that dog doing?
Killing a man.
What that dog doing?
Okay.
What the dog do?
You gonna say it more times?
No, I'm done. It's out of my system.
Okay. So I don't remember what we were doing. So I'm just.
We're going to the right.
Maximum security wing, which is on the right.
Oh right.
Or are you gonna boogie down to the music a little more?
It's a cat.
Oh, what a possum kitty!
Please, Kay. I'd appreciate it if you'd stick to using normal words.
If I had a little buddy like her, life in prison wouldn't be so bad. No, what am I thinking? I can't get locked up for real.
Cat girl Kay.
Okay, sure, the princess.
No, I'm a bird girl, obviously.
Perhaps I'd better give her a meowment to get this cat speak out of her system.
Oh my God,
fuck, I'm doing it too.
That's amazing.
If Kay could hear that, she would never let him hear the end of that.
She would never let him hear the end of it.
A mini pig, I believe. Though not for eating, I hope.
Isn't this great, Mr. Edgeworth? It's like being in a zoo.
Except it's humans, not animals, who live in captivity here.
No one would mind if I took one home with me, would they?
If by home you mean behind bars, then no, I'd suppose not.
You're no fun.
Hold on.
Bunny!
Monkey? I can't get to the monkey!
Monkey. You can investigate it. There's a magnifying glass.
But it doesn't have like a talk thing. Okay.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth! It's Monkey Mountain!
Monkey? Not something I ever expected to see in a prison, I must say.
Doesn't it look like fun?
Not in the least. And while we're on the subject, you are not, under any circumstances, to climb on the structure. Do I make myself clear?
But I have to show that monkey who's boss!
You're gonna fight it?
Oh, that monkey's getting mad. Ready to throw
Phoenix,
hands.
fight! Please, Kay. You really don't. Hold on, one more animal.
It's the monster from the end of Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Why is there a rabbit just... I nearly tripped over it.
Isn't this great, Mr. Edgeworth? It's like being in a zoo! I just said that 30 seconds ago!
Except it's the humans, not animals, who live in captivity here. I just said
Yeah,
that 30
yeah, we
seconds
know.
ago.
You already told me I couldn't steal it, so... I'm just gonna slink away sadly, because I can't take the bunny home.
Where
I'm looking
in?
forward to doing this character. This character is fun.
Also, hold on, give me a second, I want to look something up before we get too far into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna also... that's not what I want. That's not what I ever want, ever in life.
Wow, it's pitch dark in there. I can't see a thing.
But didn't you say that the Yatagarasu takes flight even in the dead of night or something?
Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight. When alone soars to shine, the light of righteousness all the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief, Yatagarasu.
Whoa, you were one powerful performer.
That's one way of putting it.
Thanks, but that doesn't help me see in the dark. I'm a human, not a three-legged raven.
Bing bong.
Doggo.
Doggo!
Oh. Yeet.
I'll share what I looked up once names come up.
Okay.
Okay.
So who's playing this?
Mr. Edgeworth.
Okay. That voice. I knew it.
It has been far too long.
You
Don't hurt
remem-
yourself, Duncan.
You remember me, Skeletor?
I can hardly forget now, could I? After all,
Voldemort?
you are the one who put me away.
Mr. Edgeworth? Are you talking to that dog?
Yeah.
Martha speaks, Vomit?
Or is there someone else there?
I can't help it.
Still can't see a dang thing.
I just have that dog in me.
Oh, but I am forgetting myself. Forgive me. I do not often receive visitors. One moment. I will turn on the lights.
Oh, jeez.
So in case you didn't notice by the symbolism, this is based off, like, loosely in Buddhism.
Yeah.
So
but-
this person's name, do you all want me to say before we run into the name or after?
You can say after, but I'm like, did
Okay,
he...
I was just gonna say what's the phonetics of it. I looked up the pronunciation.
Did he like...
Okay.
The Buddha has a very evil face, and it looks like his. Did he carve himself into the Buddha?
I don't know.
Because he's got wood carving tools here.
Well, it's kind of like a Buddhist trope to be making carvings of the Buddha.
Yeah.
You know?
All
It's
right.
like a type of meditation or penance.
Yeah, and this is definitely so. I know a little bit about Buddhism because my family is from Vietnam. So, granted, it's a different school of Buddhism in Vietnam than other places, but you can tell by the way the Buddha is sculpted and like the style it's in. This is more of like definitely, obviously more of a Japanese style Buddha.
I see.
Yeah.
You're heavy-footed lot. Am I right in thinking there are 3 of you in all? Very
fine.
well. Perhaps we should start by introducing ourselves. I am...
Okay, well, how do you pronounce it?
Bodhidharma.
Okay, that's how I thought I was proud.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I
am
just didn't want to mess it up.
Bodhidharma Dennis.
And also the relevance of that is Bodhidharma is the person who is credited with inventing kung fu.
Yeah. Is
As you may have gathered, Mr. Edgeworth and I are old acquaintances.
besties even. Canis was a notorious assassin. Someone knew him as the Blind Butcher, or some knew him as the Blind Butcher. His only weapons were a vicious hunting hound and a fearsomely sharp knife. His appearance was always announced by the sound of bells, the last sounds his victims would ever hear.
So this is kind of culturally relevant because there's a saying in Japanese culture that people are Shinto upon their birth, Christian at their wedding, and Buddhist at their death. Because that's what the various religious ceremonies are based off of for most people.
Yeah.
There are a lot of Shinto celebrations associated with birth, and then most funerals are held in a Buddhist style in Japan.
Yeah, because from my understanding, religion in Japan is mostly used for its celebrational aspects.
Yeah, there are still people who like attend the shrine on a regular basis for either Buddhism or Shinto, but Japan is largely
It's treated more as like a cultural
yeah.
thing than a like deeply held religious thing. You know?
yeah, which I think is really interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting way of looking at it.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, might have guessed why you have come to see me.
You know why I'm here. In fact, I'm willing to bet you know every detail of this sordid little affair already.
Then I suppose we have nothing to hide from one another.
Then shall we strip down?
No,
Okay.
I love this animation. I love that.
yeah, that's pretty
That's-
good.
It's so good.
Your faithful canine friend is currently the chief suspect in a murder investigation. The person who found the body saw a dog with its mouth around the victim's throat.
Your witness is mistaken. Helmut is a gentle soul. He is my eyes, nothing more. It is absurd to think that he would do such a thing, isn't it, boy?
I love this way because it looks like he's like conspiring with the dog,
Yeah.
like they're having a side
Yes,
conversation.
yes. You're a good boy, aren't you?
Helmut is more than a mere seeing eye dog, and he's certainly no good boy. Not all dogs go to heaven. He's also
No.
a trained
God.
killer.
Well, that's probably true for them.
A weapon once used in this man's sordid trade.
And this witness of yours, he is trustworthy, I assume.
Also, I'm just noticing he's playing chess on a shogi board.
No, it's a chessboard.
Not well. It might be, but
It's like a shogi board.
But
because
the
shogi
base
boards are
of
the
it
ones
is
that are usually
shogi.
weighted with the. It's interesting.
You're definitely correct that like the colors of the tiles are chess, but they probably just make those.
They probably just make chessboards like that in Japan.
At least some of them. Sart is anything but trustworthy, and he's still very much a suspect himself. I can hardly claim that his testimony is beyond reproach.
No, then. I thought as much. Yes, I did, Helmut. Yes.
It figures that he already knew who are witnesses. What were you doing between 8 and 10 a.m. yesterday morning, Mr. Canis?
During the show, you mean? I was here, ensconced in these humble surroundings. I've developed a passion for wood carving, you see. An obsession, even. I was engrossed in it all morning.
Or he made that.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
And you have permission to engage in such a hobby? I can't believe someone would actually let you.
The warden and I have an understanding.
I hope no one ever points out how inconsistent my Edgeworth voice is. I feel like I change it every, like, third stream. I'm just like, alright. An understanding. That's ridiculous. This man shouldn't be allowed one, let alone 5 chisels. They're nothing but lethal weapons in his hands.
I was carving Buddhist pieces at first, but by the 674th, my interest had begun to wane.
Bro, that must have taken forever.
By my 17th cup of coffee.
Time is all I have, my child. In any case, my focus has now shifted to pieces such as these.
Oh, I didn't know you played chess.
You play too, do you not, prosecutor? Perhaps one day you might indulge me.
No.
Though you may find my game rather rudimentary, I only began after my arrival here, I'm afraid.
What's that piece? A dog with 3 heads?
Ah, yes. The dogs of war. You must forgive my little joke.
Good one.
Chess is, after all, a game of war. Soldiers, knights, castles, all doing their utmost to protect the king, all loyal to the last. I've always thought it strange that such a game has no place for a dog. After all, what more loyal weapon can an army call upon? Still, it's simply a piece I made for fun. Fear not, I play by the regular rules, and with regular pieces.
I can't imagine it's easy finding opponents to play here in prison, though.
Oh, I have my correspondence.
Correspondence chess, then. Sharing moves by post.
Yes, even prisoners are allowed to send and receive letters. Their contents are inspected, of course. Although, I have yet to receive details of my current opponent's next move.
Absorbing! Sounds like this current opponent isn't a resident here. Oh. Well, there was Rook then, for sure.
Yeah.
I suppose you know the identity of the deceased, Mr. Canis.
His name was Bronco Knight, was it not? Poor, unfortunate soul.
Or... My brain is exploding. You keep your ear to the ground.
My ears are all I have, Mr. Edgeworth.
Not true. Nose.
Hands.
Fingies. Why am I not surprised?
And ears and mouth and nose.
Yeah, I did think of that, but like, you can't. Eyes is the first thing. That doesn't apply here.
No
What?
eyes, but he has ears and mouth and nose.
Let's go. Why am I not surprised that he's plugged into the prison's information network?
But perhaps he was not so unfortunate after all.
What do you mean?
Mr. Knight's crime was a grave one. A crime for which he would have been made to pay dearly anyway. The attempted assassination of a president. That is no small matter.
Attempted assassination. Ow. Ow.
Wait, Mr. Edgeworth, didn't Mr. Knight?
Sorry, I just got a crazy cramp.
Oof. If it makes you feel better, I'm with you. My foot fell asleep, so we are all suffering. Except maybe Duncan.
You guys are suffering. I'm vibing.
Duncan,
Good for you.
get a cramp right now.
No.
Okay. Why not? Alright.
Can't argue with that.
Yes, we proved that he murdered his team leader, and that there was no attempt on the president's life. Could it be... Are they attempting to cover up President Wang's fake assassinations? Jeez. I had a long day.
Oh there, cowboy. You're saying the Bronxster didn't actually have a pop at the Prez?
The Bronxster?
I like how he talks. I was hired to defend him on the charge of attempted murder.
You mean you don't know what really happened? So what? Did they just blame the whole assassination thing on Mr. Knight?
It would explain why the committee was so keen to get involved.
Of course. They took you off the case to try and keep you away.
And swapped in that wiener kid to push through an attempted murder charge. I love that. It's so good.
Wiener kid.
In other words, they're trying to cover up the truth.
So, they really were trying to frame him. According to the guards, this night, was it? They tell me he was violently insistent that he had attempted no assassination.
Which would have come out anyway when the case went to trial.
I'm no expert in legal matters, but allow me to say one thing.
No.
I know for a certainty that he would not have been the first inmate imprisoned on false pretenses. An uncomfortable fact, but a fact nonetheless. Yes, yes it is. Yes. The courtroom is not always the bastion of truth you believe it to be, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, he's correct. There is a lot of false convictions that happen in the real world, so... No bastion of truth, huh? I've heard something to that effect before. Yes, from a certain Interpol agent who doesn't have much faith in prosecutors.
Oh god, I gotta remember my Lang voice. I'm just out of nowhere. Okay.
You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors, too, are you? Fueled by that kind of thinking, is it any wonder that the courts produce nothing but falsities and lies? Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today.
He was a really, like, kind of mid-detective for having that opinion.
Yeah.
I never was able to fully dispel his mistrust of prosecutors.
Even Helmut understands, don't you, Helmut? Yes. The truths revealed both on your deductions. It is dangerous to trust either implicitly. But I'm not bitter. You're not the first to make me subject of unfounded suspicions in recent days. In fact, I was visited by another prosecutor only yesterday. I was accompanied by a judge. They even dragged the warden along, her distaste of me lingering unspoken in the air.
Not those two again.
Thank you, Kay. Every now and again, Kay's just like, I'm here too. Prosecutor Winner and Judge Gavel.
They went over my cell with a fine-tooth comb, but they left empty-handed. They were looking for the murder weapon, I believe, to no avail. But I must have taken it personally. Rumor has it that they searched every cell in the prison, but still failed what they were looking for. I pray they weren't too disappointed.
Well, that posed more questions than an answer. What do we do now?
Cry. Saad's testimony is flimsy at best. I'll need more proper evidence if I want to take Connus on.
Well, I think that's quite enough chit-chat for one day. Helmet will show you out. Good boy, Helmet. Go on now.
He's not showing us out, permanently, right?
Let's get out of here. Come on.
Let's get out of here. Come on.
Our dwarf is unintimidated.
Until next time, Mr. Connus.
It does.
Am I pronouncing that
pain me
correctly?
how brief time.
I think it's Canis, because it's supposed to be K9.
Oh, okay.
That's the pun.
But I don't want to say Canis. Because it sounds like anus.
Oh my
You know,
god.
you're the only one thinking that, I think.
Nah.
Because
Nah.
I certainly was not.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
It does pain me that our brief time must end, just as we were becoming reacquainted. I await your return, Mr. Edgeworth.
Peace out. Oh my god. Monkey?
Oh, she's climbing it.
She
Hell
become
yeah.
monkey?
She beat the monkey.
She fought it. Now to gather the evidence I need to bolster my case.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth up here.
Did you beat the
I got
monkey,
stuck.
Kay?
That's the best hiding spot she could find. It's alright, Kay, you can come down now. Whoa. It's a good thing you have a jumping animation. Where's Fender?
Yeah. He ran off somewhere. I had no idea he could move that fast.
He's like, I ran track in high school. Fender.
So, what do we do now?
You and I will continue the investigation. And I know just where to start, but I'm not gonna tell the audience. By solving that one particular mystery, that's been dogging us this whole time. Dogging us. Knight's body was found in one of the prison workshops, but he was presumably being detained in one of the detention center's holding cells. So how did he wind up on the other side of those heavy security doors? Let's start by investigating the holding cells.
In Mr. Knight's room, right? But, what about Mr. Fender?
I'm sure he'll find us when he's ready.
Sure, but, he is kind of our boss, isn't he? Oh well.
Like how the date is almost correct. In like in a week it will be
Yeah.
even more correct, but we'll be past. What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The victim's cell is well over there. Sorry, I was thinking of something else.
Lead the way, Mr. Edgeworth.
Don't let me do anything, game.
Duncan?
Who? Who's that? Oh.
Oh, nope, I tried the wrong thing. I have just about it.
Warden Lagarde. She must have come from the corridor marked no entry. He's still not talking, ma'am? Even with the evidence you borrowed from the precinct?
No, and I've tried so many times I've lost count. What am I supposed to do? I can't send in a blank report.
I guess a killer for hire was always going to be a tough nut to crack. A killer for hire?
Oh,
Shit. I couldn't help but overhearing. Warden Lagarde, but were you just talking about a... Yeah. When you first see this word, you're just like, woo, but I got it. Bodhidharma.
Yeah.
Bodhidharma Canis.
My. You were listening? How very gosh of you. A girl's privacy is her armor, you know.
Gauche. I love that word. Do you normally conduct interrogations of the man yourself?
Oh, it is not just him, darling. I try to have the occasional tete-a-tete with everyone, you see. That's what it means to be a member of the family in this little home of ours. There isn't a person who hasn't made a pilgrimage to my office at least once.
Your office?
Oh, sweet! He's angling for an insight. Well, I suppose this is the oldest ticket in town. It's down this corridor out here, darling. But, FYI, I don't let just anybody wander in willy-nilly.
Let's see, that would put it right around here.
It is a wonderful room, if I do say so myself. Oh my gosh, rave about it. And who wouldn't want a view of my fabulous garden yard? Oh la la! The yard? If it's anything like the rest of the place, it's probably full of adorable animals, right? Can I see?
No. Case like, I don't get to do anything fun. I don't get to fight a monkey. I don't get to...
Oh, darling. It is so sweet of you to take an interest, but I'm afraid it's just not possible. Why not? Because you're not a member of our own.
Not yet.
If you want to see it this plainly, you'll just have to get convicted for doing something unspeakable.
You know, she's definitely been arrested less time than Maya. That's a rather steep price to pay. What a price to pay.
Oh, but just listen to me, chattering away like there's no tomorrow. It is time for Allie's lunchy brunch. The poor dear will be dying.
Allie.
The sweetest little dear in all the world. I know I shouldn't say this, but you know how it is. Now, do the yard with me. Ciao for now, darlings.
Bye. I'm staying here, I guess. I wanted to ask her more about Canis, but she dominated the conversation from start to finish. Let's go investigate the victim's cell, shall we? Let's go interrogate the victim's cell. By the way, I said what a price to pay. Have you guys seen that video, the 10 hottest Sonic girls?
Yes, I've seen it.
It's one of
I haven't, but now I'm
so
scared.
it's one of the best
so
videos ever made.
It's one of the stupidest and funniest videos. We'll show it to you after stream. It's so
Yeah,
stupid.
I forget which character he says it about, but he's just like, what a price to pay. The way he says it.
It's been like a few years since I've seen it. It's like old, like 2000s YouTube classic.
It's
Yeah, gotcha.
It's pre Death of Cringe culture.
Yes, exactly.
But I'm still not fully convinced it's fully genuine, but it could be.
It could be, and that's what scares me.
So this is Knight's cell.
When do you think he was brought in, Mr. Edgeworth?
It would have to be the evening of the 25th, just after the events at the lake. And then at some point he wound up in prison proper. But how? There must be some evidence in here that will point us in the right direction.
All right. Let's go looking, Mr. Edgeworth.
Alright. Oh my god, an investigation? In my Ace Attorney investigations?
Investigation games?
This is... Alright. Let's check this. Just the desk. What? This is crazy looking. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention.
Not as good as Nook and Cranny.
Ooh, what's the menu doing in here, Mr. Edgeworth?
It seems that those held in the detention center are able to choose what they'd like to eat each day. If they can afford it, that is.
Money makes the world go round, I guess.
You have no idea. Protect your innocence.
But that doesn't make life super easy for rich... Doesn't that make life easy for super rich detainees?
Oh, now you're getting it. Well, okay. Bear in mind that the people held in these cells haven't been found guilty yet. Some of them don't deserve to be punished. Quite a few of them, in fact. That is also
So
true.
you're saying it's fine that people with money don't have as hard a time as everybody else does?
How did I wind up defending the practices of the detention system? Look at all these,
Hey, look at the little thingy down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at that first, but maybe some of these books.
Hey, look at this weird piece of paper.
Sorry, I was trying to read the books in between. An escape story? There's some sort of grid on it. Let's take a closer look. Oh, yeah. Do I have a... Must be related to this somehow. Didn't I get
The,
this?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the positions are awfully familiar.
This chess game. I've seen it before.
Enough with the chess chat, Mr. Edgeworth. We're supposed to be investigating here. Focus.
No, you don't understand. I've played these games before. I'm investigating. This particular bit of chess chat could prove to be vital. Now, take a look at this. Can you tell me what it is?
It's the chess set that we saw in Mr. Caddis' cell. But, I don't really know the rules of chess, so...
The rules of the game are not important here. What is important are the positions of the pieces. Compare the ones in Mr. Canis' cell with these. Do you notice anything?
Oh. I don't know which piece is which or anything, but... If you turn the diagram like this, the pieces are in the same squares.
Indeed. There's no dog on the diagram, but that's to be expected. Apart from that, however, the positions of the pieces are identical.
And what does that tell us?
Oh, I have my correspondence.
Yeah. I realize I called him Rook earlier, but it's Knight. But I
Yeah.
also blame the fact that, again, I was watching
Dundided.
I was watching alien movies, and one of the synthetics in the alien movies is named Rook. So I was thinking about that. As unlikely as it seems, Mr. Canis's chess opponent was...
Mr. Knight?
We finish each other's sandwiches. This could be just the proof we need to show that Mr. Canis had a connection to the victim. That name... I don't know why, it's making me trip up every time I see it. Alright, is that all we need with that?
I think that's all here. We need to look at the bed.
Okay. What do you
There's
mean?
stuff on the bed.
Gotta look at the toilet.
The toilet is not the bed, but okay.
This bowl is nice as well.
Almost like Right cleaned it.
Right does clean the toilet a lot.
And there's no sign that the toilet paper has
Yeah.
been used. Everything seems to be in order with this toilet here.
What? Are you serious?
Why? What's wrong?
There's no door. There's not even a curtain. Whoever designed this place should have thought a little more about the people who have to live here.
I think there might be a reason behind the open plan layout. That was such a sassy delivery. I must scour. This is weird.
I must sour.
There's something different about the spot here. This part of the floor is
This
weirdly
part of the
clean.
floor is weirdly clean. Did somebody wipe it down or something?
Did someone spit on it? Why would somebody only do the part right next to the bed, though?
The newspaper is torn.
Yeah. This must be Knight's suit jacket.
So, I've been doing some research of my own.
Oh? And what have you discovered?
I discovered that guys who look good in suits tend to be popular with the ladies.
Wow.
But don't worry. Guys with flowing neck ruffles are next on my research list. My hypothesis is that they might be good with the men, but we'll have to go and see, Mr. Edgeworth.
I think you're correct. Please stop. I just like the idea that like Kay is all like, I didn't know that beforehand. It's like, what kind of research is?
Hey, look! This newspaper's got a chunk of it missing.
You're right. A few of its pages have been roughly torn out. But why?
Maybe Mr. Knight wanted to clean his cell, but he didn't have a cleaning cloth.
It's not totally implausible theory, I suppose. But who would try to clean their cell? That's not anything down there.
I think we need to,
What else over here?
yeah, that.
Reflected in the mirror is...
A security camera! A great thief's greatest enemy! Nothing about this place is very thief-friendly, if I'm being honest.
Kay is making me laugh today. I think that might be entirely deliberate, Kay. Guard!
Maybe.
I'd like you to retrieve the footage from the security camera and review it as carefully as you can. If you see anything out of the ordinary, inform me immediately.
Yes, sir. Ah.
Now's our chance. Let's get out of here. I can't get out of here. So what else is there? Logic time?
Oh yeah, I think we do have to do some logic.
Edgeworth stares at you. Kay stares at you.
Oh wow. Just one-
Impossible to figure out.
I'll just pick up my laptop and take it with me.
The deductions of Edgeworth are seriously a bit out of this world. This part of the floor,
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to figure that out.
this part of the floor
Ever.
has been wiped clean.
Maybe he spilled some grape juice.
Why specifically? Who knows? But we can certainly imagine that he used. Oh my god! You can certainly imagine what he used to do the wiping. The torn out pages of that newspaper.
Why wouldn't he just ask a guard for a class or something, though?
Perhaps he didn't want anyone to see what he was wiping up. Piss? Did he piss himself? Piss his bed?
I was gonna say, catch up!
Catch up. I think we've about exhausted this cell. We've made significant progress by establishing a connection between Mr. Canis and the victim. This is bad news, sir!
Oh, this is bad news, sir. The security camera footage, sir. I watched it, and...
What is it? Can you show it to us? Yes, sir, I have a small playback monitor with me.
Great.
Where? Then what are you waiting for? Let's see it. Oh, scary!
Wow, 3D animation!
Scary! Scary! Was that in 3D? Holy shit. I've never seen that.
That black thing, that's that dog, right?
Did I not say the line? Until now, our assumption was that the crime had taken place inside the prison proper. But it seems that assumption may have been wrong. Knight had actually been attacked in this location. Bruh. Why are they even making me do this? Right here in the detention center. And the perpetrator was indeed Mr. Canis' dog. This is just the evidence we need. And if this is where Knight was actually murdered, then one of the pieces of evidence we found here in his cell takes on a whole new meaning. If Knight's cell was the crime scene, what piece of evidence takes on a new significance? The wipe?
Yep.
Take that!
The floor of Knight's cell was wiped clean, presumably to remove something. Could that something have been ketchup? Thank you, officer. Would you mind doing me one more favor?
Name it, sir.
There's a detective by the name of Gumshoe somewhere in this facility. I need you to give him a message. Tell him to have this cell tested for traces of blood, and to report the results to Edgeworth.
You got it, sir.
Did that guy sound a little bit like Goofy, or was it just me?
A little bit. Now we can really go after that Canis guy, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
No, not yet. We still don't know how Knight and the dog moved between his cell and the prison proper.
Right, so that's what we need to figure out next. What's the play, Coach? Where are we off to?
I suspect one of the guards might know something. We should ask those posted nearby and see what they have to tell us. Okay. Duncan, you can be these guards that we're talking to.
Okay, time to get huh?
Never mind,
Or-
you can't be him.
This is who I thought it was earlier.
Yeah.
Thanks for the tour. Later.
You're welcome.
Remember this music? This one was
Yeah.
fun.
Well. Mr. Prosecutor is a little frightened. I didn't expect to run into you here. Must be my lucky day.
It is surprising. This case is popping off with characters. This is Agent Shilong Lang, Interpol. He was in charge of a case I worked on 2 weeks back. I thought he had gone home to Zhangfa after that, but here he is. You had some business to take care of, I take it, Agent Lang?
You could say that. Nothing to me concern you, though.
First the Black Hound, and now we're both all in black. Hey, wait. Why are you all alone today?
That's true. He's usually accompanied by an army of police officers.
But here you are again a couple days back, sticking your nose into things.
A couple days back. Ah, he means the incident with the president of Zhangfa. Actually, I thought you might be there as well, heading up the security detail.
The president doesn't have much faith in the efficacy of his own country's police force. Maybe he'll think twice before using contractors again. Amateurs.
Agent Lang doesn't have much faith in prosecutors or the courts to do their jobs right, which is why he's so meticulous about investigating, with his hand-picked cream-of-the-crop officers. Indeed, no doubt things would have turned out differently if you and your men had been in charge.
Yeah. Those guys aren't around anymore.
Oh my god, they died. Oh my god. What? They're not.
Funny, isn't it? I'm a real lone wolf now.
What are you saying, Agent Lang? What on earth happened?
I told you. Doesn't concern you. See you around, Mr. Prosecutor.
Bye.
Wow, he seemed not okay.
Thank you, Kay.
He seemed like he's having a breakdown.
Yes, and I would very much like to know why. But there's nothing we can do about it right now. We'll worry about Agent Lang later. We have an investigation to conduct.
All right, let's start by talking to this guard.
Which one first?
One of them only lies, and the other one only tells the truth.
Yeah, okay, you can beat them, Duncan.
Oh man, I'm in so much trouble.
What's the matter? You seem perturbed.
That's going in the exorcism right there. Oh, well, you see, one of my uniforms is missing. I could have sworn it was right here in my locker.
Did it grow a pair of legs and run off somewhere?
Yes. Where in the world did that idea spring from? Case like it happened to me.
Anyway, I hope you track it down soon. I'll be rooting for you.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Alright. You are useless.
Guard 2.
I was wondering, have you seen an enormous black dog wandering around here recently?
That thing? No way. If I had, I'd...
Piss myself.
Yeah, piss your pants. Maybe. Maybe shit in
Well, let's just say I'd be a lot more nervous about standing guard here.
So, you with this dog has some kind of history or something?
Now, Kay. You should know when to let sleeping dogs lie. By the sound of it, Canis's dog hasn't been spotted on this side of those heavy security doors.
Hey! Are those my faithful assistants I see before me?
No. I'm very contrarian today. Fender, and where exactly have you been?
Where have I been? I've been looking for you two, searching high and low. Wandering lonely through the prison halls. It was terrible, I tell you.
But the prison's over there on the other side of the facility, boss.
So, listen, I just got the lowdown on some seriously dynamite material. You want to hear it, right? Right?
Seamless.
I was chatting with a few of the guards and they told me something très intéressant. Turns out, the Bronxster had himself a little incident 2 days ago. Pre-mortem, if you catch my drift.
An incident? Simeon told you he...
Simeon told you you came to visit his pal, right? Well, it happened right after they wrapped up, when Bronco was being escorted to his cell. It was just one guard and he was handcuffed. Odds. They made it back and the guard was taking off his cuffs when the Bronxster clobbered him, knocked the poor guy out cold.
Damn.
Sounds like it might have been the prelude to a jailbreak.
Sounds like an overpowered character in Phoenix Fight.
Showed up, they couldn't find their comrade's keys.
Were there any rumblings about Knight attempting an escape?
Now that's the bit that fries the old noggin. There were none. He just sat in his cell, then turned up dead. With more, he swore right to the end that he never stole the keys. They turned his cell out too, but no dice.
The guard who was struck, what did he have to say?
Nothing. Poor guy was still out when they took him to the hospital.
Damn.
Where it is, he's still there.
Where it is, he's still knocked out.
He's in a coma.
So
Poor
there's
guy.
nobody around to tell us what really happened.
Oh, I think I know who this is.
Oh.
Oh, obviously, Duncan.
What the? It's you, losers!
Oh, that's all we need.
Oh, these guys. These two.
Let me sit a little straighter.
Why are you still hanging around here like a bad smell? Hey there, little buddy. Listen, Miles here is working with me now as a associate. Nonsense! You're all here to cause trouble and turn my investigation to fart.
What?
Nothing. So nothing.
Oh.
Yes, this means a farce, of course. A simple slip of the tongue.
Okay.
That's amazing.
That makes more sense. You're gonna turn my investigation into a fart!
Just stepping in with a reassuring teacher's voice, being like, "It's okay. He just means his."
Seems like a reasonably apt choice of words to me.
Judge Gavel, great to see you again. I
know who you are. You're Simeon Saint's attorney.
Guilty as charged. Now that we've broken the ice, how about a friendly little
Give it that.
or not? Totally cool either way.
Now, did I hear you correctly? That Mr. Edgeworth has joined the defense team? Yep, and me too. We're officially employees of Edgeworth & Co. But a prosecutor is a public servant. You would draw your sword on the goddess to work for personal gain.
It's not a problem if I'm not getting paid, though, correct?
Exactly. What he said. Mine here is just a volunteer.
I think that breaks child labor laws in Kay's case, though.
Can't be child labor laws if she's not actually working.
Maybe.
Actually,
All about
that might be true.
Pro bono stuff over at Edgeworth Co.
I definitely didn't get paid when I volunteered at the food bank in high school.
How wonderful. So you all work without reward? The goddess would surely approve.
Yeah. Regular philanthropist.
Judge Gavel, I was hoping to ask about the grounds for Simeon Saint's arrest.
That information is on a need.
Is that a challenge I hear?
You stay shut the fuck
No.
up.
No, I was asking Judge Gavel.
I'm always ready for a little verbal combat to show you what it takes to be a real winner.
How is it verbal combat if you won't let me speak? Still, this could prove useful. Fine, we'll do as you suggest. Now if you could begin by telling us why Mr. Saint was arrested.
There will be no need for that. We should...
Not now, Gavel. Watch and wonder.
God.
Put this pathetic prosecutor in his place. He's going to run rings around me.
I think you mean to say that you would be the one running rings around me.
And I will. Sadly, your ears will be ringing. Perhaps prepare to be humbled, Edgeworth.
He's so stupid.
I love it.
He heard himself in his confusion.
Okay, let's go.
I like how it just plays with music here.
Yeah.
I don't know why I arrested that man.
That man?
It's simple. I found evidence of him all over that thing. How's that for some really inconvertible, conclusive proof? And who saw the truth first? Why, me, of course. Winner by name, winner by nature.
Where do I even begin?
Look at you, utterly lost for words in the face of such mastery.
He really gives his, the ahoge on his head, he gives new meaning to it.
Yeah.
I'll take your silence as yet another win.
Honestly, does he ever shut up? You said that you were the one who arrested Mr. Saint, but do you even have the authority to do so, Mr. Winner?
Well, obviously, it was the police who actually arrested him. But I told them to do it, so I think I can claim the credit, don't you?
Can we talk about how cute it is that he expands his baton the same way that Justine expands her gavel?
It's
Yeah.
very good.
I did.
That's adorable.
I did notice that. But it's such like a tiny wand when it's not expanded. Don't take that out of context, anyone. This is clearly going to take a while. A shame, really. Given that I'm much more interested in what Judge Gavelle is silently thinking over there.
She's so pretty.
So I want to tell you, Dan, there's an achievement you can get by pressing every single one of his statements. It's really funny.
Okay, I'll do that.
You gotta do it.
I'm just checking, but you do know who it was you arrested, correct?
Huh? Is this some kind of joke? Of course I know who I arrested. It was Simeon Saint.
Good to know he remembers that much, at least. Wait, do I press this again? Because it changed.
If every statement that you press, he will have to change it because he needs to clarify it, basically.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you have to...
My poor idiot.
I'll just press them all first and then go back. Evidence of him was all over that thing. Could you be a little bit more specific, Mr. Winner?
Do I really have to spell it out for you, Edgeworth?
Ow.
I hoped even you could put two and two together.
That's 4. I can. Stop messing around. The onus is on you to provide a comprehensible testimony.
Come now, Eustace.
You ever see like those?
Really quick, y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You ever see like people argue on the internet, and they're all like, "Oh, the burden of proof is on you."
I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth and his friends would be very interested to learn how you cracked the case.
It's always funny to me when people take
They
online.
certainly look keen to hear about it.
Fine, if you insist, I'll fill in the gaps. Brace yourselves, because this is going to blow your tiny little minds.
I bet you didn't even know, but the victim had, wait for it, a chess set with him. And that chess set was covered in the fingerprints of a certain Mr. Simeon Saint.
Wasn't he delivering it to me?
Praise be to the goddess of justice for the insight she offers. And congratulations once again, Eustace.
Don't make him. Don't do that to him.
You would not object to Eustace abandoning his testimony, I trust, Mr. Edgeworth?
No, by all means, please do.
I lost where the voice was, but I'll find it again.
Yeah, I'll press the other things, but I feel like that is the important one. The only incontrovertible fact here is that you don't know how to give a proper testimony.
What are you talking about? It's not my fault if you can't keep up.
Perhaps I could be so bold to offer some additional details.
Go ahead.
The only fingerprints found at the scene belong to the guards, the prisoners, the victim, and Mr. Saint. I think you'll agree that Mr. Saint was the only prince that had no business being there.
Yes, exactly. Now do you get it, Edgeworth?
I do, but I'm not so sure about you.
Yeah, he completely changes his statement every time you correct it. It's really funny.
He's so dumb.
Hold it! You saw it first, and I suppose you can prove that.
I made the connection the moment I saw the crime scene. It was a lightning-fast deductive leap. What more evidence do you need?
Well, you haven't given me any evidence at all so far, so...
You still don't get it, do you? Well, don't worry. We can't all be born winners.
I'm not sure I even want to get whatever it is he's talking about. A winner education.
There you go.
I got it.
Alright, now we have to present, you already know the contradiction, so...
I'm fairly certain. Don't we know that he was delivering the...
Yeah, he literally
chess
delivered the chess set, so it's like, yeah, of course his fingerprints are there.
So did he present it on this one or the other?
Yeah, that's it.
Objection!
You dumbass.
You stupid little baby. So the fingerprints on the chess set are the ace up your sleeve.
The what up my what? Oh, yes, the chess set, it's the ace up the ace's sleeve.
The chess set up the ace's sleeve. God.
Oh.
That's right, Edgeworth. I've got a winning hand, as usual.
Only your winning hand is a busted flush. For you see, it was Simeon Saint who brought that chess set to the victim in the first place. Therefore, it's only natural that his fingerprints are all over it. That took a while to sink in. In conclusion, those fingerprints aren't proof of anything, and Mr. Saint's arrest was premature. Premature.
Premature.
The incident took place here within the walls of this facility, and being neither a guard nor a prisoner, it makes very little sense to suspect Mr. Saint.
Oh!
Ugh, now what?
I think you might be the premature one here, Edgeworth.
How dare you?
And to think, you were the one accusing me of being hasty.
Did he only just work out what that word means?
Sure, I identified Mr. Saint as a suspect faster than pretty much anybody else. And I won the race when it came to picking out the crucial evidence, too. I'm quick on the draw, as you see.
Ah,
Hasty? Not at all.
Pasty? Absolutely.
You're right that Mr. Saint isn't a guard or a prisoner here, but he was...
Shut up.
Eustace.
Judge Cavell.
Out, Cavell! I have him right where I want him!
Mom!
Forgive me, Eustace, but if I may, while the particulars of the suspect are indeed fascinating, don't we have something a little more impressive to share with the prosecutor?
Something more impressive?
If you wouldn't mind, Mr. Edgeworth. Eustace made an ingenious deduction concerning the murder weapon. Perhaps you would like to hear it.
Yes, of course. That, well remembered, Cavell. Listen to this, Edgeworth, and prepare to be amazed.
Objection!
I will not be amazed. That's my objection. Will this ingenious deduction explain why Mr. Saint was arrested?
Let's just say, you won't be disappointed.
Judge Cavell deliberately diverted the conversation away from my line of questioning. What exactly is she up to? Here we go again.
That's one. The murder weapon was some sort of metal blade. Fact two. Potentially deadly blades are strictly controlled within the prison walls, as we both know. From these two facts, I concluded the weapon in question must have come from outside. It must have been hidden inside a chess set. That's what I think, anyway. And since the only prints we found on the chest set belonged to the victim and the suspect, I'd say it's blindingly obvious who brought the weapon in and used it, wouldn't you?
That's the only part of that that doesn't check out. Or at least, like, you could hide a weapon in a chess set, maybe, but, like, wouldn't it be to pass a weapon to a prisoner?
Yeah.
Anyway, if nothing else, this testimony this time is a little more comprehensible than the last.
A winning deduction, brought to you by one winner, Eustace, prosecutor extraordinaire.
More like one winner, useless prosecutor extraordinaire, if you ask me. Not your best one, Edgeworth. I think it a little could have cooked a little longer.
But how could anyone even hide a weapon inside that chest set?
Good question. Why don't you take a look for yourselves?
Inside the chessboard. Well, I suppose there's only one way to find out. Didn't we do this? I did this. I did it prematurely. There's nothing in here but chess pieces.
That laugh is really something.
Seems pretty convinced that the weapon was hidden in here somewhere. I better take a closer look. Okay.
These are chess pieces, right? I've seen the ones you have in your office. So, how come these are black and white?
Oh, I think we've reread this last stream.
Yeah.
You're supposed to look for where it could be hidden.
What? The stiff lining at the top opens like a flap door.
Whoa, there's plenty of room in there.
Whoa, there's more room in there than in Eustace's head.
Aww,
Indeed.
poor guy.
More than, well, more than enough to hide something like a small knife.
Ingenious, no? The killer snuck the weapon in by...
Objection!
What do you mean by that? Let me finish, will you?
He's just a little guy.
Yeah.
I fear you've not been listening, Mr. Winner. Or perhaps, or perhaps you've simply forgotten. The detention center is outfitted with a security gate.
I mean, yeah, and
I love this surprise Pikachu face.
it's so
He's so good. The security gate also acts as a metal detector, Eustace. We must pass through another one on the way to the prison itself. Remember?
yes, that's right. Of course I remember.
He definitely didn't. Mom, he did not remember. It would have been impossible to smuggle a metal. Judge Gavel is Mother. She is mothering currently. It would have been impossible to smuggle a metal blade through such a gate into the facility, which would seem to blow a rather large hole in your reasoning, Mr. Whittle.
Overruled.
God dang it. Don't whack me! Oh, thank God.
Bailiff, whack his pee-pee!
Yeah, I crossed my legs when I said that. I was like, no!
The gate is only used to scan people. Any items that they bring into the facility are only subjected to a cursory check.
Are you telling me that the chess set wasn't put through the metal detector?
It should have been. Alas, it seems the guards have grown a little lax in that regard of late.
Very cool.
Very good. Thank you, Cavell.
It was my pleasure.
It was my pain.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth, if you would be so kind as to begin your cross-examination. Since you are working as a defense for right now.
Dang it. Cross-examination. It's like she's holding a trial. Well, no matter. Let's see how well this ingenious deduction of Mr. Winner's holds up, shall we?
Hold it!
A metal blade, you say? Do you have any evidence to support this?
You didn't even look at the victim's injuries. Why am I not surprised? You third-rate. The fatal blow was a stab wound to the neck. And delivered by a knife-like blade. That much is absolutely beyond doubt.
It seems that they're not yet aware of a certain other piece of information.
Lost for words, are we?
Oh my god. That laugh is something else. Just like Kay said.
I'll just keep going. My brilliant deductions don't end there, you know.
Clearly not.
Hold it!
Also, freaking carving knives are in there. We already know that. The fact that such objects are strictly controlled doesn't mean they're actually forbidden.
Well, no. I mean, some of the prisoners use scissors to cut animals' hair, and
that avenue of inquiry was conscientiously pursued, as you no doubt recall, Eustace.
yes, of course. Only one bladed object has been signed out by a single prisoner at the time of the incident.
Lies.
Shut the fuck up, Eustace.
The item was tested for traces of blood, but none were found.
I suppose you're referring to the scissors Mr. Sawtooth used.
The blade in question came from inside the prison.
Hold on. Do we have in evidence the carving knives?
I don't think that'll work.
Okay. Well, it would disprove this, but it doesn't really further our point, I think. These two facts included. The weapon question must have come from outside. been hidden in the chest set.
Only press that.
Hold it!
But no murder weapon was found at the crime scene. There's nothing inside the chessboard either. I'm curious, Mr. Winner, do you also have thoughts about where this weapon might be?
It's, well, the perpetrator must have hidden it somewhere in the prison.
Very convenient. Is there a problem with this claim?
Yeah.
Nah.
It's like, do you have evidence that it's somewhere here? Like,
If they hid it somewhere inside the prison, that seems unlikely. In fact, I can prove that it's not the case. What evidence? Can I use... Well, didn't we just get this?
I
But...
don't think it's that specifically.
Murder weapon isn't hiding somewhere in the prison.
What are all the evidence we have, huh?
Yeah, I'm reading. Map. Dead body. Pocket chess.
I don't think it's any of these, huh?
Huh. You sure it's not this?
Wait, go back.
This?
Yeah, read that one.
I would!
Take that!
That one's pretty obvious, huh?
Jeez. It was just a piece of paper, so I didn't think about it.
That's why you gotta read.
I'm starting to worry about you. Are
I thought you
you
were about to
okay?
say, I'm starting to read.
He's starting to read. Didn't you and the good judge search the prison with Warden Lagarde? And didn't you fail to find a likely murder weapon? Oh my god!
Yes, but I guess we just missed it. That's all.
Wow, way to undermine yourself.
They're saying your search wasn't entirely thorough. You, the so-called winning rookie?
Stop making fun of me.
I'm Eustace. Calm yourself. Breathe deeply. Do not allow your opponent to get under your skin.
You're right. I'm a winner. What should I let a third-rate loser like Edge Worthless here get under my skin?
Oh, thank you to leave my name out of this.
Well, I'm K-30 and I'm A-OK.
Not you too, please. Also, that first one was a thought bubble. Why am I saying you two?
Look, it's simple. Since my first-rate investigation didn't turn up any weapon, it means there wasn't one to find. Which leaves only one possibility. The murderer took the weapon with him when he left the prison. That's why we couldn't find it when we looked. Obviously.
Oh, that's a problem too.
But what you are proposing is impossible. And this proves why the culprit couldn't possibly have taken the weapon out of the prison with them. Now that's getting to what I was thinking, right?
Yep, that one.
Take
I
that!
can't take it out because of that.
More memory trouble, Mr. Winner? Now you're forgetting things you yourself said.
Me again?
Oh, so you remember what I said. But perhaps you might have been better served by remembering this.
What's that?
What is that?
Wait, does he seriously not remember?
It certainly seemed that way. Did you finish law school?
It's hard, okay?
Law school's hard.
There is a security gate at each of the entrances to the detention center and the prison proper. Coming from the prison, anyone leaving the facility would have had to have passed through both of them. 2 gates, both fitted with metal detectors.
Oh, wait, now I remember.
Looks like he got his memory back.
So, as you can see, there was no way anyone could have taken a weapon out through both gates. And therefore, there is no way the murder weapon could have left the building. Ah.
In which case, Mr. Edgeworth, perhaps you would care to tell us where you think the murder weapon might be.
It is still here on the premises. That's the only plausible conclusion to be drawn.
We searched the prison for top to bottom and couldn't find anything.
Because you were never going to find anything to begin with. Not when you were laboring under the misconception that it's a blade you were looking for.
Yeah, we know the truth about what happened to Mr. Knight. We've seen it with our own eyes. That is quite a claim. I assume you have the evidence to support it. What is the weapon that was used to commit the crime?
Take a look at this, Judge Gavel, and the weapon used in the case will become clear.
Security footage, yeah.
Take that!
This footage taken from a security camera trained on Knight's holding cell. Now, watch it for yourself and see.
Poor guy.
What? That's... But how?
This footage captures the moment the victim was attacked by a black dog. More than sufficient proof of how he really died, wouldn't you say?
Yes, it is certainly significant.
So, now we know that Knight was in fact killed in his cell by a vicious dog. A dog that moved the victim's body to the prison workshop post-mortem. We know this thanks to an eyewitness who saw the dog in the workshop when the body was discovered. Of course, I think we can all agree that there is no way the dog could have planned such a crime itself. Indeed, I fear it may be his handiwork.
Overruled.
What now?
That is quite enough of that, Mr. Edgeworth.
Judge Gavel.
You are correct in that this footage is an important piece of evidence. But it also raises an important new question. A question that I suspect you have also been asking yourself.
She's right. There is one major problem with my version of the events.
The black dog, the one that belongs to one of the inmates. How did it move between the holding cells and the prison proper at will?
Oh.
How do we answer that one, Mr. Edgeworth?
The truth is, I don't know yet. I have a hunch.
Of course not.
The one place we haven't looked yet. The office and, because if we, hold on. Because there's this way to get to through the office and the yard. That's my hunch. That's my theory. That's my game theory.
Can it it, Wonder Boy. You didn't even notice there was a problem.
Can it, Wonder Boy?
Until the defense provides an adequate explanation, the court cannot accept your line of logic.
Wouldn't you
Sorry,
like?
that slipped a little bit to English.
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Ow! My foot. But wait, there's still so much to explore. Oh my god.
The court is no longer in session, Mr. Edgeworth. If you would be so kind as to leave the courtroom.
Court was never in session in the first place.
Once again, this court is a...
We may not have all the answers yet, but you haven't explained anything either regarding Mr. Saint.
What do you mean?
Just as we don't yet know how the dog made it into one of the detention center's holding cells, you can't know how Mr. Saint could have made it inside the detention center, let alone the prison either. He would have been allowed as far as the visitor's room to see his friend, but no further. It's hard for me to conceive of how he could have committed a crime in a place that he had no access to. Yeah, she's like, I'm pissed off. Judge Gavel, I believe it's your turn to provide some proof. Proof that Simeon Saint was able to enter the prison.
No.
Dang
He
it.
loves arguing with us.
You wish for the court to provide you with proof. Highly irregular, but very well.
What? They actually have something? Shit.
Now seems like as good a time as any. And I suppose you have been kind enough to share your theories on on the case.
What's she building up to here?
Mr. Edgeworth, I suspect you don't know what Mr. Saint does for a living. So allow me to fill you in. He is a circus performer.
A what? He is the monkey in the circus.
Yes, perhaps you've heard of the Very Big Circus.
I have heard of
Dan.
it. The
Oh, don't be silly, darling. Of course I was. Yesterday was a very important day after all.
Important in what way exactly? A big meeting of some kind, perhaps?
A meeting? Heavens, no! I couldn't think of anything worse. No, yesterday the circus came to visit. You see it now, I presume. As I'm sure you are aware, a show was held yesterday for the prisoners' entertainment. A show featuring animals and performers, performed by members of the Very Big Circus. So, does that mean that Mr. Saint? Yes, Mr. Saint was allowed inside the prison as part of that show. A fact that has been confirmed beyond reasonable doubt.
How was that?
Curse. Continue.
She held on to the fact and onto that fact until the last possible moment. She let me run with my own theory, and only afterwards did she use it to reveal the truth. Wait.
Cut out, Gavel. I have him right where I want him.
Forgive me, Eustace, but may I? While the particulars of the suspect are indeed fascinating, Don't we have something a little more impressive to share with the prosecutor?
That must be why she steered him onto a different topic back then, too.
I got you good, didn't I? You third-rate prosecutor.
He just has like a witch's laugh. This has nothing to do with you.
Gentlemen, this court is well and truly adjourned. If I may offer a word of advice, Mr. Edgeworth. Your conduct as a prosecutor is already in question. You would do well to remember that you were removed from this case for that precise reason.
What are you trying to say?
That the committee reserves the right to confiscate your badge at any time. Should you wish to retain it, you would do well to avoid crossing paths with us again.
What if we, like, run into each other at the coffee shop?
She gets her gavel ready to strike.
What if I'm getting my daily mocha frappuccino? and you know, just happen to be there? Is that a threat?
The goddess of justice is compassionate, Mr. Edgeworth, but she is not endlessly forgiving. Oh, and one last thing. You are no defense attorney. Abandon this foolish pretense.
You're right, but I am in love with one. It's like,
Ah, I was gonna say he married into it.
yeah. Thank you for your concern, but I do not abandon anything. When I start, I finish.
Well, do try to remember that the two jobs are not one and the same. And that a defense attorney is expected to develop something of a bond with their client.
Dang it, I'm gonna have to bond with Simeon? Great.
Next time, finding out your client's real occupation might be a good place to start.
Ah,
Bitch.
that is...
Now, I really must be going. May the goddess of justice watch over you all.
She does have us there. Eddie is just the entire time. Hands like that.
Haha, she fucking owned you. So, Simeon lied to us. And Mr. Edgeworth, we got
By a circus performer. My arch enemy. Alright. Duncan, you got lines again?
Oh my god, finally. Not just you two. Guy took me for a ride too. What's his deal? Whoa, 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 whoa. You're not having second thoughts about this, are you? Are you, Milesy boy?
Milesy boy?
You're just to develop a tough cookie, but that doesn't mean you can't just give up the ghost. The defense never rests, as a wise man once said. And that goes for associates, too.
Don't worry, Fender. I have no intention of resting, nonetheless. Our assumption that Mr. Saint couldn't have entered the prison has been proven false, which means we'll need to restart our investigation from square one, I'm afraid. Yay! Oh my god. What do we want to do? We're streaming for an hour and 40 minutes. Oh, God. I just saw where we're headed. Or
Teehee!
please. Do we want to play for a little bit more?
I can go a little bit longer.
Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit longer.
We're probably gonna cut the stream a little bit short today. We have less time on Sundays than Saturdays, so
Yeah, people gotta work.
yeah, people gotta work. Or else we don't make money and then die.
Something capitalism.
I must go to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
Space.
You withheld information from me. Why? I'm gonna beat you up.
I didn't withhold anything, or at least I didn't mean to.
Okay, so you are a member of the Very Big Circus, right?
No, I mean, yes, but no. I'm not really a member. I'm still new.
That's irrelevant. You're still a member. And he's dead.
Oh, let's try this again. Why didn't you tell us?
Because it would have looked so suspicious. Me being a performer in a circus show.
Listen, if we're gonna defend you, you gotta tell us things.
And me being friends with Bronco. I thought that if anyone found out, nobody would believe I was innocent. Not even you, Kay.
Kay's like, well, I don't. I thought I'd made it clear that I believed in you.
But when you stare at me like that, I get so terrified. You're a real smooth operator, aren't you, Miles? Any other clients scaring tips you want to share?
Yes. Pulls a gun out of his pocket.
Oh my god.
You're really not helping, Fender. And at this rate, it sounds like we really will need to question him about everything all over again.
So what do you do as a circus, Simeon?
I'm an animal tamer. Kind of. I'm still learning the ropes.
That's so cool! Do you get to train lions and tigers and bears and stuff?
Lions? Tigers? Bears? Oh my, no.
Very funny.
I work with this little guy.
Monkey?
Money.
Monkey? Looks pretty tame to me. Looks pretty tame already to me.
So you're not exactly a tamer, more like one of those old-timey organ grinders.
Oh! Let's fucking go!
I'm trying to... Oh, you little scamp.
Oh my god.
This is so good.
This is the best
It's,
sprite in the game.
Rat Patootie.
Rat Batootie.
Rat Patootie. This is so good.
The animation is so good. I like the little extra movements they add.
Something tells me it's the organ grinder who's being monkeyed around. Oh god, why is this a topic? How's Regina doing?
Imagine having this, this sprite here, and, one of the topics is murder. It's like, this is Ace Attorney.
Yeah, the question is all like, why did you murder him? And it's this sprite. When we spoke to you before, you said you worked at a company.
I was telling the truth. The circus really is a company. We all have titles and everything.
There's the hear no evil.
Look at the monkey. He looks so sad.
Yeah.
See the monkey's face.
Poor
The
guy.
ringmaster's a CEO. I'm well, I guess you told me a gopher. I'm the line manager. She's head of the animal taming department, part of the showbiz division. Oh, she's such an inspiration. There wasn't a creature in the world she couldn't convince to do her bidding.
I love her.
Even Miles here. I'd love to see somebody whip him into shape.
I am not some kind of creature, Fender. Well, kind of a creature. So this line manager, was she working with you on the show?
Yes, it was just us two. It wasn't all that big of a job compared to what we normally do. She's usually the one performing on stage. I just do all the monkey work. But I did have a big part this time.
Bit part. So only 2 members of the circus are relevant to this case. Alright, talk me through your movements here at the facility.
Sure, I came to see Bronco around noon 2 days ago.
Suspicious. And that's when you brought him the chess set.
Yes, and that same evening I started work on setting up the stage in the yard.
Suspicious.
It was so hard, I had to haul everything in by myself over multiple trips. They let us use one of the rooms in the prison for storage. Workshop A, I think.
Suspicious. Workshop A, where Knight's body was found.
You mean your boss didn't help you?
No, I could never ask her to shelp all that stuff around. Like I said,
Shut up.
the monkey's work's my job.
Schlep all that stuff.
Schlep is a good word. It sounds like what you're doing.
Once it was all set up, we did a run through, and it must have been, midnight by the time I left.
Is it Yiddish? It sounds Yiddish.
It sounds like it comes from Yiddish, but I'm less of an expert. I just
Yeah,
remember, like, during a college class, we talked about words borrowed into English from Yiddish.
Yeah. I'm no expert either. I've
Fair.
heard my fair share. Okay.
The next morning, I was back and ready for the show, which started at 8 a.m. Then we performed till 10?
So Mr. Saint was the only one of the pair to have entered the room where the body was found. And Knight's body was found immediately after the show had ended. Reason for arrest in this sprite is pretty good.
Yep.
Do you have any idea why you were arrested?
They're both hiding. So good.
They're silly.
And why so quickly? I've never seen a guy get booked so fast. Surely even Will Winter wouldn't just pull somebody in over a hunch.
Never underestimate the power of an underdeveloped intellect.
God. I think I might know why. When I was moving all the stuff, I went to go see how he was doing. Bronco, I mean.
You went to the holding cells on your own. Tell me you had permission.
No, it wasn't a formal visit or anything, so I just sort of snuck over and hoped no one would stop me.
But you just seen him earlier that same day. Why take the risk?
I've known him since we were kids, when both of us were all alone.
Oh no, tragic backstory.
He doesn't have any family, you see, just like me.
Oh no. That's why he was
Tragic
found by the
backstory.
circus. You know where Hawkeye learned to... Oh my god.
Oh, sorry. I muted myself.
No, you did not.
Yessie rips paper out of a sketchbook ASMR.
You know, Hawkeye grew up in a circus, and that's where he learned to shoot arrows.
Wow. Actually did not know that.
Yeah,
There's the wealth of knowledge.
Hawkeye's never really gotten any movie or TV show or anything that goes over his backstory. He's just always been developed. Hawkeye actually started off as a villain against the Avengers.
Checks out.
I don't know. You know, we've been. It's late. My brain's thinking of information. Train of thought.
I knew he'd be feeling lonely, that he'd want somebody to talk to, so I had to go see him.
Right, I forgot I interrupted the tragic backstory. You don't have any family.
For a while, I had my dad, but he passed away when I was a little kid.
Losing one's father as a child. I know that pain all too well.
He's just like you and me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Damn. Dead Dad Club. Kay, where's her mom? Oh, I didn't read that. Hold on. There was nobody else nearby when you went to see him?
No, the other holding cells were empty, and I didn't see any guards. Well, somebody must have seen you, or you wouldn't be in here. Oh, no. I messed up so bad, didn't I?
So the assumption is that something happened while the two were alone together. At least, I imagine that would be Winner and Judge Gavel's thinking. In any case, I think we'll need to speak to your boss next.
Last I heard, she's supposed to be around today, too. Somewhere in the yard.
Alright?
Tell her I'm sorry, won't you? I'm so sorry. I can't believe I let this happen.
Do we want to meet a new character?
I'm fine with it.
Yay.
Sure thing, Simeon. We're here for you. If there's anything else we could do, just say the word.
But, I mean, there's nothing I could do for you in return.
You don't have to worry about that. We're friends. We know what it's like to be in your shoes. We're all part of the same club, after all. Right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Didn't I literally say that?
Yeah.
Unfortunately so, I'm afraid. Thank you for sharing such personal details with us. By the sound of it, you had little reason to kill Knight. If anything, you're the one most affected by his passing. And what's more, I simply don't believe a person as gentle as you is capable of murder. Rest assured, we believe you, and we will get you out of here. We'll break you out of here. Yeah, great work, Eddie. You've done a whole lot.
Well, what do we have here? A gosh darn defense attorney, that's what. Bravo, big guy. I can't believe I'm saying it, but you even reminded me of your old man for a moment there.
Aww.
Aww.
I did.
From the Book of Gregory, an attorney is a friend to the friendless.
I didn't read that part of the Bible.
Simeon, me bucko. This guy will suffer any hardship for your friendship. Things are gonna be shiply amazing.
That was a bad one.
I didn't realize Talk Like a Pirate Day had come early this year, Fender.
But that's just the thing. You never know when a pirate will strike next. Anyway, want some candy?
When did the Pirate Yakuza game come out?
Almost a month ago.
If this were happening on the month, every month there's a Talk Like a
I
Pirate Day
still got
anniversary.
that game on. I still got that game on my brain since I haven't finished it yet. So
Yeah.
don't get me started.
Okay.
No, thanks. I don't like sweet stuff.
I don't trust him anymore.
The monkey did it. I'm calling it right now. Just saying. Oh, bummer.
He pulls out one of those strawberry hard candies with the strawberry wrapping that are delicious.
I wouldn't mind a nice shit myself. What about,
Sorry.
how about Ferris Guy? Or, I'm trying to remember the other names off the top of my head, but Ferris Guy is the only one I can think of.
Sorry, the way you said that just made me think that you said, I wouldn't mind a nice shit myself. Okay, continue.
A great sea stallion for the dread pirate K. Yar, me hearties. We'll spell the seven seas together and claim the greatest treasure of all, the
The
truth.
One Piece. Oh.
No. We
Sorry.
know the greatest treasure is the friends we made along the way. We all know this.
Shiver me timbers. You two will be the death of me. What the fuck is this joke? Come on, let's sail for the prison yard, but no sea shanties on the way, please. Jeez.
Look, the shutter's open.
That's the way out to the yard, I believe.
Let's go take a look. Come on, what are we waiting for?
Come on.
Someone's excited. Couldn't be me. I hate excitement. Oh boy.
I'm so excited to have a voice that's not raspy.
Yay. Well, Gavel's isn't really.
Well, yeah, but now she's gone.
So this is the famous yacht. Famous. The circus performance was taking place here just before the body was discovered.
Check it out. It's like the backdrop to some epic festival.
There she goes. Most of the prisoners were assembled here when the body was discovered, which means that anyone who saw the show has an alibi. Alright, time to take a look around. Okay. Did you die? Oh my god!
She's dying.
Stop hitting me! To help, Mr. Edwards!
No, this is hilarious. Cease and desist, you beast.
That's amazing.
That's going to get to the prison right now.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Just let this keep going for a while.
Stay here! Stay! Who's that?
Whomst? Ah,
Yay!
Regina.
Oh, you found a new friend to play with! Good for you, girl! Play the house down, queen! Sorry. I should have said good for you, girl. It's so funny. Play with? Your elephant nearly ate me. No way! She'd never do a thing like that!
But I would.
This man doesn't even bite! At least, not very often.
So she does have a taste for human flesh.
How did you like meeting a real live elephant up close? Are you glad that you did?
This is the only character that is acceptable for them to bring back from that case.
Yeah, glad I didn't die. But you did have fun, right? Right?
There, sweetie. Don't cry. She had a wonderful time, didn't you, Kay?
Don't mislead the poor girl, Fender.
She did? Oh, I'm so happy!
She's always so happy.
What are you get up to? How about a hug?
Shut up. Can I have a hug?
You're drunk to yourself.
Oh, no, another new friend! Isn't this the best day ever?
This elephant is like, I'm going to protect her from old men hitting on her.
I must say, like, again, it's a lot better, like, if you, like, I could genuinely believe, like, Nogman just likes hugs in general, like,
Yeah. No, I believe,
it
but
was
like,
really bad in the original.
Regina has a history of older men. Liking
No,
her,
you're
so-
correct, unfortunately.
I am Associate Defense Attorney Miles Edgeworth.
Oh my gosh! I am so sorry! I haven't even introduced myself! I am Regina! It's so nice to meet you! I'm Kay, Great Steve Extraordinaire and Mr. Associate Defense Attorney's Great Associate.
What?
That took me a second.
The self-introduction brought to you by the word convoluted.
And your elephant's newest friend is Mr. Fender, the defense attorney.
Yep. Yesy.
Yesy.
Sorry. Oh, she's not just any elephant. That's Isaiah, the Asian elephant. Isaiah stopped the second you told her to. Nope,
No.
that's the wrong girl. Isaiah stopped the second you told her to. You really have a way with animals, Regina.
You just use Regina's voice for every character now.
I'm tired of voicing things like Kay. It makes my voice raspy. And well, I wouldn't be much of an animal tamer if I didn't. What? So you're Simeon's boss? That's right. Regina Berry, head of the Animal Taming Department, Showbiz Division, Berry Big Circus. It's so lovely to meet all of you.
Hours, mademoiselle. My name's Eddie Thunder. Oh my god.
I am a bit of an ace attorney.
Where's all hours, mademoiselle? Name's Eddie Fender. I'm a bit of an ace attorney.
So much for whipping me into shape.
Yep. She's perfect.
What are you muttering to yourself about, Kay?
The positivity, that charisma, that energy. Regina, you'd make a perfect partner
In
in
crime.
crime. For the great thief Yatagarasu. Also a girlfriend.
You make the perfect partner. In
Are you
crime.
gonna add anything to that, Kay? Nope. Great thief! That sounds like fun! My animals and I have stolen the spotlight quite a bit in our time. That's one thing we don't want to steal. Gotta keep it on the down low, all stealthy ninja-like. And where's the third without a show? The lowdown sounds like it might get me down. Bummer. I think we've got a fundamental difference of opinion going on here.
It would indeed appear that negotiations have broken down. Maybe next time, Kay.
I love that because with my joke it means like girlfriend negotiations, which is
Yeah.
really funny.
Well, the negotiations were short. It's one of my favorite Star Wars lines. You were right, Master. The negotiations were short.
Yeah.
Yesy, you got lines.
Oh. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get cracking.
You have so
For
many
some
lines.
reason I thought that was Ray.
Too bad we can't see much of what's beyond that metal fence, though.
Indeed, and we're in sore need of information in addition to evidence. Therefore, we should make an effort to talk with any persons of interest as well. Are you a person of interest? Or are you...
The elephant?
The fish skeleton down there. Alright, we'll talk with her. And then after this, should we call it? Continue
Sure.
with the
I'd
investigation
say
next
so.
time. Get a little bit more Regina. A little bit of Regina in my life. Anyway, if you're the head of the animal taming department, you must be Mr. Saint's boss.
That's right. My dad founded the Berry Big Circus.
And
He's
nothing...
dead now.
Yeah, and nothing bad happened. Oh, okay.
But he... I forgot about that. But he passed away. He was murdered. I'm sorry to hear that. You could join our club.
Yeah, is it Dead Dad Day? DDD,
He's the
King?
new ringmaster now. And he's made the circus bigger and better than ever. He's such a nice man. And he was a good friend of my dad's, too. Wow, that's great. Lucky you. I know, right? It was his idea to set up the departments like animal taming, magic, and ventriloquy.
Yay.
Only animal training and ventriloquy have been more than one person right now. It's a very big circus. It's getting bigger and better day by day. Sounds like you guys are really going places.
They're getting on well. I'll leave them to it. I will not get involved. Can you tell me about the show?
Oh, it's a wonderful thing! It even has a story!
Whoa.
And not just any story. It's a love story! Isn't it dreamy?
Ew.
Sounds like a regular riot. So, who's the star of the show? Let me guess. You?
No, silly. That would be Isaiah. And she falls in love with none other than Regent the Tiger. It's a heart-rending saga of forbidden interspecies romance.
Cool. Oh, Nelly. I've heard Odd Couples, but that takes the biscuit.
And that's not all. There's a love triangle too. Oh, so romantic.
Inspired by real events.
That sounds pretty incredible, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
So the elephant is the heroine? I suppose there's a first time for everything. That's the problem you have with that? Who's the third wheel?
Oh, that would be the big old meanie who tries to tear star-crossed lovers apart. Oh, what animal do you think that is, Mr. Edgeworth?
Given that it's a circus, perhaps a lion?
I think a raven would be cool. Yeah, like the Yatagarasu. Nope. It's a sneaky monkey.
Yes.
That certainly lowered the stakes.
Money!
Oh, you mean money, right? Nope again. The role of the monkey is played by Simeon. Money's far too small to play against his own Regent, silly. Anyway, the evil villain tries to tear up Zaya and Regent apart. What will become of the fated twosome? It's so exciting, isn't it? Wow, it sure is.
So, Mr. Saint was more than just the little helper he claims to be.
Poor Simeon. It'd be terrible if he couldn't perform with us anymore.
Her eyes are so big.
I know.
Can you tell me about how you set things up for the performance?
Oh, that's really not my area. Simeon took care of all the lifting and carrying. He's such a sweetie. He offered to do everything by telling me to concentrate on with the show. I did see him doing some seniors out well, though.
Oh well. Well. I recall seeing one behind the stage. I should examine it in more detail.
You should have seen him, moving those huge cages around all by himself. He's a total hero.
He's just cursing the entire time. Shit! Fuck!
Yeah, sounds like something he would do.
Weeping all the while.
He was going back and forth between the yard here and some sort of workshop with all the equipment. The prison gave us special permission to use it for storage. But he was the only one who went down there, so I don't know much more than that.
The workshop must be The one where Knight's body was found. I guess this confirms that Mr. Saint was the only performer to have gone into Workshop A.
Well, that sucks. All we're getting is information that works against us. You have to help Simeon, Mr. Attorney. We're all counting on you. Just leave it to us. He may not look like it, but Mr. Edgeworth knows how to get things done.
What exactly is he may not look like it's supposed to mean? I look exactly like it. Is there anyone who looks more like it than me? Anyway, I guess we gotta go over to the well. Oh. Never mind. Okay. But we will, for now, save. And yeah. That was the stream, everyone.
Yay! Birthday stream.
Yay. Whoa. I am tired.
Aw.
I'm a little sleepy. Not really. But I'm gonna need to get up and stretch and move around. But that was fun.
There.
We made some progress. That cross examination with Eustace was really funny.
Yeah.
And now I know why people like him so much. Just people love dumb characters.
Yeah.
They love them. And Regina's back, and we got this new assassin guy. Many things.
Yeah.
So, I hope you all had fun at home, and I hope you all join us next week. Hopefully we will be able to go a little bit longer, but
Yes.
until then, see you next time, and take it easy, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Duncan, say goodbye to them.
No.
Okay.
Never.
Okay.